Well, Boston is gearing up for a historic election next week, where voters will finally elect a new mayor. Candidates Michelle Wu and Annissa Essaibi George faced off Monday night for the final debate before Tuesday. Both women are Democrats and city councilors, but they sparred over their different approaches to move Boston forward, especially when it comes to issues like the pandemic, city development, and the opioid crisis. Boston Globe politics reporter Emma Platoff joins me now to discuss the latest before Election Day next week. Thank you so much for joining us. We sort of touched on this race several weeks ago, but I'm curious as to where things stand now. The Boston Globe reports that the polling shows that Essaibi George is trailing Wu by about 25 to 30 points. So what tactics then is Essaibi George using to try and stay afloat, to try and bolster turnout to get the support she needs?
Thanks for having me. You're exactly right. It's less than a week to Election Day, and it's kind of looking like it may be a foregone conclusion here in Boston. We know polls aren't always perfect, but a 25 to 30 percentage point lead is pretty hard to overcome. So it's on Annissa Essaibi George, who's the underdog right now, to shake up the race. And we saw her try to do that Monday night in the debate. She really went after rival Michelle Wu. It's a format that's really effective for her. She's a strong communicator. She's trying to paint Michelle Wu as kind of a pie in the sky, head in the clouds idealist who won't be able to actually achieve anything for the city, trying to cast herself as the pragmatic option. And it remains to be seen how effective that'll be with voters.
So the candidates sparred over, a number of issues, including a public health crisis declaration at a homeless encampment that is formed at an intersection in the city. So, if you're not from Boston, you don't know what this issue is all about. Can you explain a little bit more about the issue and just tell us more about how the candidates say that they would tackle this?
So this area is called Mass and Cass. It's near the intersection of Massachusetts Avenue and Melnie and Cass Boulevard. It's kind of the bleeding heart of the city's opioid and homelessness crisis. There's several hundred tents that have sprung up there. A lot of folks living there struggling with hopelessness and addiction. And the question is, what should the city do about it? How can we get people into treatment? We know that there are typically about 170 beds available in shelters every night in Boston. And yet a lot of people who are living on the streets there don't want to be in those shelters. They'd rather be where they are. And so this is an issue that's really sprung up as part of the mayor's race. The acting mayor right now, Kim Janey, has recently said that she won't tolerate tents in the area. They won't force anyone to leave without having a bed for them. But it remains to be seen sort of how they're going to get folks into treatment who don't want to be there.
Of course, COVID-19 looms large above everything that we do now. Hundreds of Boston City employees have failed to comply with a vaccination mandate. So both candidates support the mandate, but they have two different ideas when it comes to the city's recovery. What can you tell us about where they stand?
This is an area where the candidates are not too far apart. They've both said they'll commit to the city's vaccine mandate. If folks are unwilling to get vaccinated or to show regular proof of testing, that they may be let go from their city positions. But we've seen them really take different approaches to this. Annissa Essaibi George is talking a lot about small business recovery. That's something that's important to her. And Michelle Wu takes kind of a broader, more idealistic point of view. She's talking about sort of the broader societal issues that knit everything together. She talks about free transit. She talks about education. So it's going to be certainly a huge issue for whoever wins on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. So, this race started out with a ton of minority candidates, but the primary election really eliminated all black candidates, including interim mayor Kim Janey, who was really sort of technically the first black mayor of Boston, and the first woman. Were black voters sort of disillusioned? I know there was kind of some discussion as to whether or not black voters would come out for the primary election because they had, a whole slate of black candidates. So maybe the feeling was, well, a minority candidate's going to win no matter what. So there wasn't as much enthusiasm, though there isn't a lot of enthusiasm for races at that point often. So I'm wondering about, the African-American community, which candidate is speaking to them? What are the candidates doing to gain their support and to bring them out? And for some people who might see Essaibi George and think she's a minority candidate, her dad is Tunisian, right?
That's right. She's Arab American. She identifies as a woman of color. I think you're asking exactly the question the candidates are asking in the final stretch here. We know that Black communities in Boston didn't show up at a really high turnout rate in September's election, and we know that those who did show up really supported acting Mayor Kim Janey and another candidate who was eliminated, City Councilor Andrea Campbell. So the battle in the final few weeks here has been to gain the support from those voters. Where did those voters go? A lot of endorsements from communities of color here have gone to Michelle Wu. Annissa Essaibi George says, that doesn't mean she's not going to win those voters. She says she only cares about the endorsement of the voters themselves. But we see in the final stretch here, those are the communities that both candidates are competing in. They're really trying to speak to Black voters and to earn their support ahead of Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. So, as we already established, at this point in the race, Michelle Wu is enjoying a significant lead. Anything could happen, but she is sort of the more progressive of the candidates. What would a more progressive mayor mean for Boston?
That's a great question, and it's one that we may be able to answer soon. One of the attacks that Annissa Essaibi George uses against Michelle Wu is that a lot of her progressive ideas, critics say, won't be easy to implement in a city like Boston. For example, the MBTA, the regional transit system here, is run largely by a board that's, appointed mostly by the governor. And so when Michelle Wu talks about things like free transit, there are real questions about how much buy-in she would need from state leaders to make things like that happen. Another big question is on the issue of rent control, which Michelle Wu supports, which Annissa Essaibi George says is a terrible idea. Just yesterday, Charlie Baker, the Republican governor of Massachusetts, made it pretty clear in a radio interview that he has very little interest in signing rent control into law. So the question for Michelle Wu is, how do you get these progressive ideas across the finish line for the city of Boston when you have to deal with a state that may have less appetite for them?
Emma Platoff, thank you so much.
Thank you.